Dumbledore took Harry in his arms and turned towards the Dursleys' house. Could I say goodbye to him, sir?" he asked. He bent his great shaggy head over Harry and gave him what might have been a very scratchy, whiskery kiss. Then suddenly Hagrid let out a howl like a wounded dog. "Shh!" hissed Professor McGonagall. "You'll wake the Muggles." "Sorry," sobbed Hagrid, taking out a spotted handkerchief and buried his face in it. "But I can't stand it. Lily and James dead. And poor little Harry off to live with Muggles." Yes, it's all very sad, but get a grip of yourself, Hagrid, or we'll be found," Professor McGonagall whispered, patting Hagrid gingerly on the arm as Dumbledore stepped over the little garden wall and walked to the front door. He laid Harry gently on the doorstep, took a letter out of his cloak, tucked it inside Harry's blanket, and then came back to the other two. For a full minute the three of them stood and looked at the little bundle. Hagrid's shoulders shook. Professor McGonagall blinked furiously, and the twinkling light that usually shone from Dumbledore's eyes seemed to have gone out. "Well," said Dumbledore finally, "that's that. We've no business staying here. We may as well go and join in the celebrations." "Yeah," said Hagrid in a very muffled voice. "I'll be taking Sirius his bike back. Good night, Professor McGonagall." "Professor Dumbledore, sir." Wiping his streamy eyes on his jacket sleeve, Hagrid swung himself onto the motorbike and kicked the engine to life. With a roar it rose into the air and off into the night. "I shall see you soon, I expect, Professor McGonagall," said Dumbledore, nodding to her. Professor McGonagall blew her nose in reply. Dumbledore turned and walked back down the street. On the corner, he stopped and took out the silver put-outer. He clicked it once, and 12 balls of light sped back to their street lamps, so that Privet Drive glowed suddenly orange, and he could make out a tabby cat slinking around the corner at the other end of the street. He could just see the bundle of blankets on the step of number 4. "Good luck, Harry Potter," he murmured. He turned on his heel, and with a swish of his cloak, he was gone. A breeze ruffled the neat hedges of Privet Drive, which lay silent and tidy under the inky sky, the very last place you would expect astonishing things to have happened. Harry Potter rolled over inside his blankets without waking up. One small hand closed on the letter beside him, and he slept on. Not knowing he was special, not knowing he was famous, not knowing he would be woken in a few hours' time by Mrs. Dursley's screaming as she opened the front door to put the milk bottles out on the step. Nor would he spend the next few weeks being prodded and pinched by Cousin Dudley. He couldn't know that at this very moment people meeting in secret all over the country were holding up glasses and saying in hushed voices, "To Harry, the boy who lived."